Hello there. So you're doing all your mobility work, but you're not really seeing the results. Chances are that you're doing one of the three most common mistakes: either lack of consistency, working in isolation only, or lack of feedback. And in this video, we are going to cover all three and fix all three together. First, lack of consistency. The general rule for your mobility work to be the most effective is to do sessions every day, or at least 3 to 5 times a week. Sessions of 10 to 15 or 20 minutes. The key here, though, is that you have to stick with this routine consistently for several months. And that's where usually life gets in the way. Because you've got family, you've got responsibilities, you've got deadlines at work, and sometimes it just happens you skip one, you skip second session. Before you know it, you skip 1 week, then you try to get back to your rhythm, but then shit hits the fan again and you skip for another week. And this is not to call you out, this is not to blame you, this is life. And we have to be real when we're planning our fitness, our workouts, our mobility work. So 3 to 5 times a week, yes, that's great, but it's not maybe always realistic. And so then go for the next best thing. Set yourself 30 minutes to 1 hour once a week. Yes, I know it's not ideal. And yes, I know that everybody's going to tell me, but this is not how you do mobility. Well, not ideally. But guess what? Doing a session once in a week for 30 minutes to 1 hour is still better than do nothing. Okay? So to fix this consistency issue, you actually have to have a very hard look on your schedule, on your agenda, and really on your life. How do you actually want to live your life? What your work allows you, what your families and responsibilities allow you to do in your free time, how you also want to live your social life, right? And according to that, decide how much time in a week you're actually willing and capable to spend on your mobility work, and then set it in your calendar. Maybe some weeks it's going to be indeed that ideal rhythm of every day or 3 times a week, 5 times a week. Perfect, great. But then also be realistic and have a plan B for those weeks when life gets in the way, shit hits the fan, and you actually are not going to have the time for that. And at best, you're going to figure out somewhere 30 minutes to 1 hour once in that shitty week. So be ready for that. And by the way, I might have a resource for you for this plan B. I have developed a comprehensive online course called Yoga for Functional Fitness that covers precisely the most effective routines for mobility and flexibility so that you can stretch away all the soreness and work your mobility. There are sessions in 30 minutes and 1 hour formats. And you can really choose depending on what you actually really need to focus on, whether it's your legs, whether it's your hips, whether it's your shoulders. Check the link below. This can be a perfect resource for your plan B for those shitty weeks when you actually will not be able to stick with your mobility routine as you would want to. And you would be having resource for your emergency 1 hour once a week session. Second, working in isolation only. What do I mean by this? Most of the mobility exercises actually target one particular body part, one particular joint, working in one particular direction, one particular rotation, one particular angle. And while this is great, because this is how you can really drill down to your very specific needs, and yes, you will be improving like this range of motion in one specific direction, this is not necessarily how your body then moves in your real life or how your body moves then in your workout. So it's useful to actually include also functional mobility movements into your mobility routines. For this, yoga and some of the yoga poses, or actually a lot of the yoga poses, are super useful because they actually target multiple joints at the same time, and they actually are movements that are compound, meaning you will be able to work your new range of motion in more of a functional movement, and therefore your body will have a chance to actually develop a new body memory, including this new range of motion. And you will then have easier time to actually include this new range of motion in more other functional movements like your workouts. Third, the last most common mistake is actually lack of feedback. You might be doing all the mobility work, you might be doing all the exercises, and you think that you're doing the movement as your coach is showing you, but your body might be actually cheating and avoiding those difficult angles and avoiding those deep stretches without you even noticing or being aware. This usually happens if you're doing all your mobility work, you are consistent, and you're including functional movements in your mobility routines, but you're still not seeing results. Chances are that your body might be actually avoiding somewhere some of the most difficult points that you actually need to be working. Solution? Book a coach. Book a one-on-one session. Ask your coach so that somebody actually gives you live feedback.
So
Sometimes we really think we're doing the movement, but actually we are not. So have somebody check on you live. Thanks for watching. Let me know which from the 3 mistakes have you been struggling with the most. And I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye.